Hi guys, welcome back to another video. As you can see, I'm a lot more relaxed today. I've just come back off holiday from Agadir, which is a small little place just on the coast of Morocco. Honestly guys, it was so refreshing. I really needed it. Went with a family and we got back a few days ago. If you've never been there before, I would highly recommend it. Lovely place, lovely food, and most importantly, lovely weather as well. It's really hot. I think we're getting up to about 42 degrees on some of the days I was there. Anyway, fantastic place to go to. Anyway, I couldn't wait to get back and make this video for you guys. It's one of those really useful topics. It's all about regretful purchases, in particular, car purchases. They're expensive, guys. You know this already from previous videos. But there's high car payments, the repairs to keep it on the road. You know, it's all getting ridiculous. It's all getting out of control. So the next few TikToks focus on people who've purchased a car pretty much outright, bar one, I think. And they talk about how expensive it is to maintain it, how to live, etc. It's not good. But as always, I'll be giving you my genuine, honest opinion. That's what this is all about, guys. Giving you my advice, my opinion on these matters, and my reaction, of course. So let's take a look and see how we get on with it today. As you know, I'm on my road to try and get 10,000 subscribers. And I really need your support to do it, guys. Really support this channel by liking and subscribing to the videos. I really appreciate it. And hopefully with your help, I can get there. So without any further ado, let's just get into it. So our first one is about a girl who's living in London and is trying to save up for independence. I mean, she's working really hard, but her car has other plans. Let's take a look.
Do you guys know one thing that I wasn't prepared for? I'll tell you right now. I'm 23 years old. I'm going to be 24 in October. I am trying to save up my money so I can move out of my family home, get a nice one bed or a studio somewhere in London, and just have some independence, have some peace. Would love that, okay? No one told me that it's impossible to save money when you have a car. No, it's actually impossible. Every time I get paid, something happens with my car. Something. I just got paid my wages, a fat lump sum, and I get a letter the next day in the mail. You need to pay your road tax, 200 and something pounds. You're having me on. It's like the government knows when you're paid. It's like they know when to send these letters. Because as soon just got paid again. I need to go get my brakes fixed. It's impossible to save while having a license, and I don't understand it. I don't understand how people have a car that's financed, plus rent, plus bill. How are you affording this? I can't afford to get my nails done and get a chicken sandwich the same day. I can't afford those two things. And you're affording to finance a car for £300 a month, plus your insurance, plus your road tax, plus your bills. Where? How?
Wow. I feel sorry for her, but that is the situation right now in the UK, isn't it, guys? You know, if you want to own a car, you've got to think about car payments, whether it's a car payment. If you own the car outright, then you've got to think about the maintenance, the repair costs. And then we've all got to think about insurance, road tax. It's crazy. And it seems like every year these costs just keep going up, especially with, you know, inflation. Do feel sorry for her, but it's no wonder young people feel like they can never move out family homes, get their own independence because of car costs. It's ridiculous. Do feel sorry for this lady. So let's have a look at some of the comments on this video, guys. Girl, me too. 450 on brakes and discs. Then guess what? MOT is due, service is due, road tax and insurance. Like, oh, yep, that's how it racks up. It's ridiculous, guys. Get a cheap Toyota hybrid. That's not a bad idea. You know, I think this girl's got a Golf R, which is an expensive car, but a cheap Toyota hybrid's a lot cheaper. Why don't you spread the cost of your road tax over 12 months by direct debit? You can do that. It's more manageable. It allows better cash flow, but then I think at the end of that, you end up paying a bit more money. This is why I'm not moving out till I have found a husband and I share a car with my mom. Buy a good car so you don't have to spend on fixing it all the time, and do your research on the cost of road tax, etc. before you buy it. Yeah, solid advice there. Definitely worth doing the research beforehand. So the next one is about a lady who bought a BMW. BMWs are nice cars, so no offense to anyone who owns a BMW here. Okay, they're fantastic cars, but she sums up what she thinks about BMW. Let's take a look.
This is your sign to never, ever, ever buy a BMW, or as I like to call them, Big Money Waste. Look how nice and luxurious. I just love how the glove box does not open and the leather is peeling up, and how it's melting on the handlebars, so anyone that gets in your car gets goop all over them. I just love the sunroof looking like it has mold. Not to mention, it's $90 to fill up. I love it. But in all seriousness, this is the worst car I've ever drove in my life. A few days ago, we were changing the oil and we had to get the cap off, but my dad dropped it inside the hood and it was dark outside, so we couldn't find it. So we got a new cap because we couldn't find the other one. And then we went to go put it on and my hood wouldn't open. And I didn't want to drive my car because I didn't want oil to go everywhere when I drive it. So I had to get the car towed and taken somewhere for them to open the latch and put the oil cap back on. Not to mention I need new shocks and struts because every time I go over a bump, I go, like.
That was crazy. To be fair, that BMW looked like it was very old. It didn't look like a new BMW. It looked like a car that was probably more than 10 years old. So there's bound to be problems onto it. But it's brutal, I guess, isn't it? I mean, I think a lot of cars out there probably have similar problems, but not as bad as this. You know, I mean, BMWs are generally luxurious cars, and you know, people really want to drive them. But when things like your glove box doesn't open, you know, your door handles falling apart, I can understand where she's coming from. You know, they're not cheap to run in the long run. But yeah, I would say, guys, before you buy a car, you know, examine the quality. You know, I think clearly in her case, she probably didn't really look at the car properly before buying. So let's have a look at some of the comments on this video, guys. That car looks 25 years old. No joke, guys. If you look at the video, honestly, that car looks ancient. No offense to her. That car looks ancient. You're about to notice something's break off that car. You mean you just don't buy old ones? Yeah, that's definitely an old car. Old. Never buy an old BMW. There's a reason they're cheap when they're old. That is true, actually. If you start looking on sort of websites, Auto Trader or some of the dealers, usually the really old BMWs are very cheap. Don't get tempted, guys. Yeah, that's what I say. What is that, like 30 years old? It looks like it was never cared from day one. I've been in a 15-year-old BMW with 250,000 miles. That looks like showroom. That is true. I mean, I've personally had a car probably did 120,000, and I kept the car looking like brand new. Sold the car, got a good sum of money for it. But yeah, look after your cars, guys. Anyway, let's move on. So the next one's a little bit painful when you hear it. It's about when you try and buy your dream car, but end up having to pay through your nose for it. It's about a Range Rover. So let's have a little look, guys.
I'm sat here waiting to be picked up by my dad to take me to Pilates class like I'm some kind of 14-year-old who needs picked up and dropped off at football, because this Range Rover can't be trusted to get onto the motorway at all. And I don't understand. I will never, never, never buy a brand new car ever again. Never. I was so excited. It was my dream car. Like, I saved up, put down like 25k deposit, and spent 5 years paying the car off. All I've done since then is pay every year. Oh, is that Dad? No, it's not him yet. For maintenance, for a new suspension, for an arc, for a rear diff, for a this, for a that, for a deployable side step. What is that, lip? That is not a deployable side step if it doesn't deploy. But what's that? Oh, Range Rover. Yeah, that'll just be another like 2.5 grand, babe. I'm not doing it anymore. And then my husband sends me these videos all the time, like people complaining about Range Rover, and I get it, I do get it, but I still really love Range Rover Sports. The lesson that I've learned is to not buy a brand new car, because once I finish paying it off, after that, like 5 years and the extended warranty's done, then all the payments fell on me to like maintain and look after the car. So I don't want that responsibility anymore. My kids are enough responsibility for me. I would rather lease a Range Rover. I haven't learned. They are, I think, beautiful cars, and I know that they are really bad on the road. Like my mum, she's got a 1,000-year-old Mazda, no problems. Strong as an ox, that Mazda. But I don't want the burgundy Mazda.
Kind of do feel a little bit sorry for her, but I don't at the same time. Range Rover Sports are expensive because, yes, they're luxury cars, guys. And, you know, a lot of us would love to drive in a car like that. But she bought one brand new. I always recommend never buying a car brand new. You're taking on all of that initial cost. Driving it off the forecourt loses value straight away. Obviously, she paid her car off, which is great, but then her extended warranty runs out. I think she should have been a little bit smarter and got rid of the car at that point, or at least extended the extended warranty. That would have made a bit more sense. I mean, the kind of repair cost she was talking about, way too expensive, really. I think for someone like her who loves the car, really loves the car, it probably made more sense for her to lease the car. Just lease the car, change it every couple of years, never have to worry about expensive repair bills because it's covered by the manufacturer's warranty. But there you go, guys. Buying cars are that expensive in that market, the Range Rover market. You are asking for problems if you buy one outright. So I wouldn't recommend it. So again, guys, let's have a look at the comments on this video. Yeah, they are very nice to look at inside and out, but after that, they love the garage. Please tell me you at least like the Toyota Land Cruiser. They're expensive, guys, no doubt. What should I reply with? Toyota and Land Cruiser is the car of choice whenever I'm in Zanzibar. They're unbreakable. The amount of money I've spent maintaining my range hurts my chest to think about it. Yeah. I've got a Mazda CX-5, very underrated car, 4x4, but wouldn't swap it for a Range Rover at any price. What did she say? That's what my mum has. Definitely a better car. Don't buy one, period. My husband had a Range Rover Sport and he got rid of it at 89,000 miles. He loves those cars and was about to get another one. He kept hearing horror stories. He ended up getting a BMW X7. So we will see how that one goes. I definitely hear a lot less problems about the BMW X7. I hear a lot of issues about the Range Rover. So I think he made a good choice there. It's crazy. I love Range Rovers too. Can I just say though, loving your hair. I was thinking that she's done something to her hair. The next one's about a lady who bought a very practical car, actually, a Honda CR-V. Of course, there was a recall on this particular car and it turned into a bit of a nightmare. So let's have a little listen and see what happened.
I have the worst luck when it comes to cars. I've made a video about this probably 2 years ago when I had to get a new battery after I had had the car for 4 months. Okay, I drive a 2019 Honda CR-V. Okay, we got a recall notice for the fuel pump. I went and I was the responsible person that I am and got the recall fixed at the Honda dealership. Okay, that was maybe 2 months ago, and I am driving for work because that's what I do. I have to drive for work. Okay, and I am in Beverly Hills. I live in Long Beach. That is around 35 miles from where I live and where I bought the car. And so I'm driving, the whole dashboard lit up like a freaking Christmas tree. Okay, then all of a sudden I couldn't press the gas pedal. It was like ding ding ding. I'm like, okay, that's not good. Call my dad. Hey, this is what happened. He goes, take it to AutoZone. So I'm like, okay, there's an AutoZone 5 minutes away. So I put my little hazards on and I make my way to AutoZone. Very, very, very slowly. Okay? Get to AutoZone. And guess what they told me? It's the fuel pump. I'm like, I got that replaced 2 months ago. So I have to call. I don't have AAA anymore. My parents canceled it. So I call my insurance. I'm like, hey, I need a tow truck. They said we can only take you as far as 10 miles. I'm 30-something miles away from home. How much is it going to cost me to get it towed back to the Honda dealership that I got this fixed at? $160. Plus, because you didn't run the diagnostic there, they're going to charge you $220 for a diagnostics exam when you get to Honda. That's $380 right there. I thought I got this problem fixed. So I am taking it to, I used to live in Marina Del Rey, so I'm taking it to the Honda dealership in Marina Del Rey, because that was within my 10-mile radius. I called them and I said, hey, I have a recall and I got it fixed 2 months ago, but I didn't get it fixed by you guys. They said, well, we're still gonna have to run a diagnostic exam, $220. Okay, well, if it turns out to be what it is, how do I get my car back to the other place? Because don't they have to fix what they screwed up? And they go, yeah, then they're gonna have to figure it out.
Just goes to show it's not even just a luxury brand you've got to look out for, even with brands like this, a Honda. Generally, I think they're quite reliable cars. I think she just got a little bit unlucky with this particular model, but they're considered reliable cars. But I feel so sorry for her. The diagnostics, back and forth with the dealerships. I mean, it's not something that you hear about very often. I hear about it more with a lot of the German cars, the Range Rover, Jaguars and cars like that, but very unlucky with this one. I hope she gets it sorted. My advice is always, do a little bit of research, before you buy a car. Do a little bit of research as to what model, what brand a car is, sort of more reliable, less likely to break down. Think about sort of getting extended warranty if you can on the car, a little bit of additional upfront cost, but saving you a lot of headache as, the years go on. But yeah, hopefully this lady gets it sorted. So again, guys, let's have a look at some of the comments on this video. I heard the CR-V had an oil dilution issue, so I went with a Mazda CX-5. No regrets. Yeah, Mazdas are good cars. Honda is not reliable anymore. 2024 Honda Accord here, and already have blown the head gasket. Really? I don't know. I always thought Hondas were quite reliable cars. Buy a Toyota. It's the best car ever. No problems ever. Maybe that's something that's worth looking into. We have a 2019 Honda CR-V and 120k on the clock, which is about 75,000 miles. We haven't had a single problem and still have the original tires and brakes. I don't know. Like I said, I think she just got unlucky with the model that she got. Really, Hondas are definitely good cars. 5 years is average on a battery. That sounds about right. I think after 5 years, you've got to expect to change your battery. And then this next one here really brings everything together. I think some solid financial advice. She's basically telling us not to get trapped in car finance. So let's hear why.
Don't buy that new car. Don't do it. Don't do it. I know it's cooler than your current car, and it has like all the bells and whistles, and it has the colored interior, and it just looks cooler, and you want to feel cooler, and you want to feel like you're it, but don't do it. I'm telling you right now, you are it with your bucket car. Don't do it. And here's why. I am 27 years old, and I've always drove cash cars, like $5,000 cars. They got me from point A to point B. I never really cared about like how it looked. I was grateful for what I had. I thought they were great. And then I got married, and he wanted to get a new car. So we got a car, financed a car. Love the car, hate the payments. Hate them. Materialism, specifically with a brand new car, unless you can buy it cash, unless you genuinely make the income to pay the payments and they don't hurt you, let's say you're making at least like a minimum $10,000 to $50,000 a month, which, to be honest, is what my husband and I were making at the time when we got the car, which is why it didn't really matter to us at the time. But if you don't have the money, do not get the dang car, because $700 a month for a car payment is not fun when that's what jobs are pretty much paying you now every week or two. Like that, it doesn't make sense to pay for a car that you're driving to work to pay for the car. it's a rat race. It's not worth it. Stop worrying about looking cool for your friends. I don't care. You know what's cool? You having delayed gratification. You staying in your bucket car, not caring about what people are saying about you while they rack up debt and have to work to pay off their car. That's what's cool. Buy assets, not liabilities. And let me give you a lesson here. You weren't taught this in school. An asset is something that puts money into your pocket. Your money can make you money. A liability is something that takes money out of your pocket, aka a car payment, a car loan. Don't do it. Don't. I promise you.
She seems like a really sensible lady, really. I think she's given some really good advice there. You know, she used to buy a car outright all the time. She could afford to, and that's fantastic. Not everyone's in that position, but I can appreciate where she's getting from. And she just wants her car to get from A to B. Fantastic. You know, now I'm not mocking sort of leasing a car. That's obviously for some people, like the lady we saw a few videos ago who like the Range Rover. You know, that's fine. If you like a new car, every couple of years you can afford the payments. It doesn't hurt your income. You're making more than enough money to pay for it at the end of each month. Fantastic. But if you're paying a lot on your bills, like 50, 60, 70, 80% of your monthly income is going on just payments, including your car payment. That's not really a good idea. I've said this before in a previous video. If you can buy a car between sort of 3 and 5 years old. It's lost most of its value. It's still got all of its mechanical worth, less likely to break down. That's the best time to buy. But she did pick up on a really interesting topic there, and that is not to buy sort of liabilities, but buy assets, you know. So if you've got the know-how or the training, you know, buy assets, you know. If you can get into properties, buy and sell properties, investments, you know, stocks, shares, even crypto, dare I say. But those are all sort of assets, and it's better to make money than pay out money. That's my thoughts. What are your thoughts, guys? So let's check out the comments on this video as well, guys. Nobody listened to her. I'm a car salesman. Of course. Every car salesman will want you to buy a car. But I think she's giving good advice. No, guys, if you're making enough, I recommend buying a new car. Nothing beats not having to worry about car problems. Well, I've always said that. If you're making the money, if you're making enough money, like she did at one point, it's not hurting your bank balance. Yeah, why not? You know, pay monthly payments, get a new car. If you've got the money, why not? Life is short. Enjoy it responsibly. Get the car. Life is short, but also your bank balance can be shorter. Guys, only buy it if it's sensible. 10 to 50,000 a month? Damn, I'm in the wrong business. I was thinking that as well. What's she making? 10 to 50k a month. She must be in a really good job. Get a new car, but buy it within your budget. That's not bad advice, is it really? Buy a car, perhaps not the sort of fancy new car that you want, but maybe sort of a lower cost brand. You know, a Ford, Honda, perhaps. They do models that are affordable. You know, in UK, we've got things like Vauxhall as well. So definitely look at these sorts of cars and definitely sort of get one within your budget. I make $4,000 a month. My truck payment is $800. I mean, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. What's that? £600. That's a lot of money, guys. I don't think car payments should be that high. I think everyone's on the same sort of vibe here. Life's too short to drive an ugly, boring car. Buy your dream car. Enjoy it while you can. You're always going to be in debt and have bills to the day you die. What's one more driving the car that you love? I hope you don't mind. Think you're going to be in debt all your life. But guys, being in debt it's true. To some degree, you'll probably always be in debt, but you want to keep that to a minimum. You want to keep more disposable income in your pocket and, you know, and buy things that are, you know, more enjoyable. So guys, what do you guys think? You know, do you think cars are the biggest financial regret out there? Could that be the biggest regretful purchase out there? You know, if there's something different, let me know in the comments below. Or do you think a car regardless of price, is worth the freedom. You know, I mean, we all love to drive a new car. What do you think? Drop your comments, thoughts, and experiences below. And as you know, I'm on my road to try and get 10,000 subscribed. It's my dream to achieve this. So if you like the video, please hit like, subscribe, help me get to that 10,000 goal. Every like and comment pushes YouTube, its algorithm, to forward my videos to as many viewers as possible. That really helps. I really need your support, guys. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one, guys.